Hey everyone, well, I'm here to talk about all the unique movie theater experiences I ever had in my entire life, good and bad. So starting off, my favorite movie of all time is Jurassic Park. So when I heard that The Lost World Jurassic Park is coming out, I had to go see it. And my parents are like, you know what? This will be the first time you ever go to theaters. So I'm excited for it, and then when we finally see it, we had to leave after 5 minutes into the movie. It's not like the movie sucked or anything. It's because we took my brother along. He's autistic, and it turned out that he hates loud noises. So yeah, we have to leave after the big scene with the little girl being attacked by the compies and the mother screaming. So yeah, but my father did take me to go see it a couple of days afterwards, and I was really happy about that. I love the movie. It's not as good as the first one, I know that, but to me, the whole dinosaur experience plus the T-Rex rampaging in San Diego, that was just perfect to me. Star Wars Episode 3, it's the first movie I ever went to after getting my driver's license. So it's just me and my friends, and we're going out to see Star Wars Episode 3. I do like the movie, but I have to say, right before we went to see the movie, I drank a lot of soda, and I didn't realize how long this movie was going to be. So every single time it fades to black, like after Darth Vader finally becomes Darth Vader, after he says, "No!" I was like, okay, that's the end of the movie, I really have to go. But no, it just keeps going and going and going. And my friends know this. Hell, one of my friends decided to put his legs up, and he's taller than me, and not just that, he's fat, so he just blocked the passageway, and I'm at the end of the corner. I have to pass over him. So when it finally said, directed by George Lucas, I jumped over him and ran all the way to the bathroom. Speaking of bathroom times, Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. I was an idiot for drinking a lot. I was really thirsty at that time. I didn't realize how many endings there were gonna be. So just like Star Wars Episode 3, every time it fades to black, damn you! Oh my god. I thought, after the Fellowship sees together and it's all slow motion and they're all happy and jumping, I'm like, okay, that's it. About to go. And then Aragorn has become the king. And then after that, I'm like, okay, that's it. Then they have to go back to the Shire. I'm like, okay, fine. And then, Frodo has to leave, and then Sam has to go through his family, and then it says directed by Peter Jackson. Oh my god. I almost pissed in my pants. So because of that, I learned to really control my bladder, and I'm try to avoid 3-hour movies. Matrix Revolutions. I know that's way before Star Wars Episode 3 and Lord of the Rings Return of the King, but, I saw it the day it came out, and I love that it premiered almost at the exact same time throughout the entire world, so that, to me, that is an important movie to remember. And it was the last movie I saw in the shopping mall I used to go to. It turns out it doesn't even have a movie theater anymore. I'm like, what kind of shopping mall doesn't have a movie theater? I don't know. I guess it's just me. Iron Man. My friends and I saw this 2 weeks after it premiered, but we didn't realize how packed it was going to be still. So this was in 42nd Street, and we got the showing, and unfortunately, there were no seats. No seats at all for us, and there were like 5 of us. So we were trying to figure out where to go sit. For some reason, there's like this little area. It's like a balcony, but it isn't. There's no seats at all. And we go all the way to the right side of the theater on top of this like it's like, I would say it's like a balcony with a railing, but there's nothing there. I don't even know what's the point of that. So we were just watching it all the way to the right and saw the movie. And, it's a great movie. Unfortunately, our heads kind of hurt because we were looking at it like this way. Oh yeah, speaking of heads hurting, I Am Legend. We got the worst seats. We sat in the very front row, and my god. Whew. I did like the movie, even though I hated the ending, but the entire time we were staring at the freaking screen like this, and because we were so close, the shaky cam, the action being like that, it really made me sick. I almost wanted to throw up. And to me, the movie was entertaining, but the problem is that you're on the screen like this, looking up, and then everything's just moving around. So every time you see an action scene with Will Smith running through past the vampires, it's like, ugh, that was terrible. Quantum of Solace. I could not believe the long line for this. And yeah, it's in New York City, so I expected long lines, but my god. We did see it the day it came out, and this was in the afternoon, but man, That line. We had no choice but to sit all the way in the back, but because this is a big theater, the screen looks very tiny. So, yeah, it was a mediocre movie. I did like it for the most part, but even I have to admit, it's not as good as Casino Royale. So, it was pretty disappointing after waiting in line for an hour and a half just to go see this movie. Law-Abiding Citizen. To me, great movie. It is really good. I felt like Gerard Butler deserved a nomination for his character. It was so good in it. And it was a very entertaining movie. But then when it got to the climax, some jackass in the theater decided to show a red laser pointer and just mess around with the screen. Everyone in the theater complained. They were yelling at him, booing at him, because it was getting very, very good. Jamie Foxx is gonna try to figure out how is Gerard Butler doing all this shit, and then all of a sudden you just see a red dot going across the screen. Man, that just ruined the experience. When it finally stopped, there was like 5 minutes of movie left, and it just completely ruined the tension. So that's why when it finally came out on DVD, I had to rewatch it again, just for that scene. But man, my friend and I complained to the theater manager, and at first she's like, "Oh, do you want free tickets?" We're like, "No, no, no, no. We're just telling you that some jackass was using a red laser pointer." And she's like, "No, no, no. This is complimentary because you told us about this." We're like, "Oh, okay." So we got free movie tickets for that. We went to go see Sherlock Holmes during Christmas time, the day it came out. Packed theater, of course. Makes sense. I mean, it is Sherlock Holmes. We sat all the way in the back, but there was this obnoxious couple who can't make up their fucking minds to either sit down or leave. They keep going in front of us, me and my best friend. They keep moving in front of us, back and forth, and this happened about 10 to 15 times. Seriously, it was that much. And I was like, okay, if they really want to stay, just stay. If you want to leave, just leave. Stop moving in front of us. I mean, it was in the opening sequence when Sherlock Holmes was doing his badass shit. Not even during the commercials. This obnoxious couple. So my best friend had it with them, so he yelled at them to either stay or leave, and the guy wants to threaten to kick his ass. I'm like, really? You're gonna start this? Just leave! What a fucking douchebag. But that wasn't the worst part. The worst part is, I was sitting right next to a guy who smells like shit. He smells so bad that I actually fainted in the middle of the movie. And the funny thing about that, I did get used to the smell, but at first it was terrible. Oh my god, I don't even know what the hell happened to this guy. I felt like he was just a garbage dump. But when I finally woke up, it was at the part where Sherlock Holmes is naked, handcuffed to the bed. So yeah, that was interesting. I was like, and then I woke up, holy shit! Robert Downey Jr. is naked! And funny thing about that is that same thing happened with Sherlock Holmes: A Game of Shadows. No, there wasn't a guy who smelled badly sitting right next to me. I was just extremely tired. And then I forgot when did I start sleeping, but I just slept. And then I woke up, I saw Stephen Fry's bare ass. I'm like, my best friend knew about this, and he's like, dude, you have a bad habit about waking up to seeing someone naked in Sherlock Holmes movies. I'm like, I can't wait for the third one then. Avatar. Well, this was an interesting day because at that time, one of my friends had a birthday party. So I haven't seen her in a while, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna celebrate her birthday. But at the same time, I already made plans with other friends to go see Avatar when it first came out. So I'm like, oh crap, how am I supposed to balance the time on this? So I was like, you know what? I decided to spend 1 hour over there and then run across Times Square just to catch up with my other friends to see Avatar. So the problem with this is that I am a lightweight, so I don't know why I decided to drink alcohol. So I had like, no, it's not an appletini. I haven't drunken those yet. I want to try an appletini. But no, I think it was some sort of margarita or something like that. It was fruity. It tasted delicious. I had 2 of them. I don't know why I had 2 of them. I know I'm a lightweight, but I guess it just tasted so good and it doesn't seem like an alcoholic drink. So I took 2 of those. I'm like, okay, see you later, friend. Mwah, mwah. And then I ran across Times Square to meet up with my other friends. But when the commercial started, and then I was using the 3D glasses, I started feeling the effects of the alcohol. And you know what? Avatar was an amazing movie. Especially when you're drunk. I saw this movie 2 times in theaters. The first time when I was drunk, the second time when I wasn't, and I loved the shit out of it. But oh my god. Being drunk with the 3D glasses and the colorful, beautiful colors, it merges together. It was like some kind of trippy dream. So I was like, is this how people on acid feel like? I was like, whoa, dude, that flying lizard thing with the spinning thing. I want to catch it. I want to catch it. My friend sitting next to me knew how off I was. So every time I see the cat thing with the tail, I'm like, I want to get the tail. I want to get it. Green Lantern. You know, in the end, it's just an okay movie to me. I mean, I expected it to be horrible, horrendous, terrible. But, one of my good friends actually worked on it, and I wanted to see it just because of her work. And you know what? Her visual stuff, it looks pretty good. I have to admit, I like it. She worked a little bit on the suit, and yeah, I know the suit can look fake at times, but to me, it actually worked in some moments. The problem is that because it looks, it's a CG suit, but it's on top of Ryan Reynolds' body, and when he's out in space, it just looks weird. All I know is that the renders aren't complete at the time. That's what it seems like. But her work, I liked it. I really did like it. And she did some work on The Amazing Spider-Man 2, which I will go see tomorrow. So let me know how the visual effects work on that. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the Green Lantern. The opening. When Jeffrey Rush, as Tomar Ray, was narrating and talking about the Green Lanterns, and then all of a sudden you see, I saw this in 3D, all of a sudden you see a 3D galaxy image of Albin Shore. The first moment I saw that, I cracked my ass up. I haven't laughed that hard at a movie in a movie theater just because of a stupid moment like that. And not just that, I laughed so hard, I fell off my seat and I kept laughing on the floor. My best friend thought I was having a heart attack. So yeah, that was something. Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. Oh my god. This is such a great action movie that was ruined at the theater. I don't know whose fault it is. I think it's a projectionist. But for some reason, the movie was in 3D. And you should know this. Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol is not a 3D movie. It's not made for 3D. It's not even converted to 3D. But for some reason, it was shown in 3D at our theater. Because how do I know it's in 3D? Because you see two sides of the images not overlapping, and it's like one image of Ethan Hunt is over here and the other image is over here. It's like offset. So yeah, and not just that, we missed the first 10 minutes. So yeah, we did not see the Josh Holloway scene. We did not see Ethan Hunt breaking out of prison. And when we finally told the theater manager about this, they're like, oh, I'm sorry. Unfortunately, there's something wrong with the projector, so we can't restart the movie again. So the movie's going to keep playing, and you get to see it for free on the next, after the next showing. Unfortunately, I was busy, so I couldn't, my friend and I couldn't make it to the next showing. So she just gave us 2 free movie tickets, which is good. But we wanted to keep seeing the movie because we didn't have time to go back and see Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol. So what we did is that I asked for 3D glasses because I knew that it was shown like a 3D movie. The 3D glasses helped a lot. It didn't hurt my eyes because of the overlapping. But it's not exactly perfect. You can see like an outline of all the characters and the backgrounds and stuff, so it kind of hurts the eyes, but it didn't hurt as much. And it looked good to look at. Well, not exactly good to look at. It actually looks more clear. Unfortunately, at that point, a lot of people either already left the theater, but there was not that many people anyway, but some of the people didn't even get 3D glasses. They just decided to see the movie. I'm like, get the 3D glasses, they're free. Yeah, my friend even said it. Just go ask for the 3D glasses, they're free. And this movie is shown like a 3D movie, but they didn't even budge. They didn't care. I'm like, dude, you're watching this horribly. I mean, if I had a choice to watch it with 3D glasses or not, I would get the 3D glasses. Hell, we're watching it for free anyway. Just go get the damn 3D glasses. Mission Impossible 4, I have the Blu-ray right now, and it is a great action movie of its time. Unfortunately, it is ruined at the theater I went to. The Dark Knight Rises is my first and so far the only midnight screening I have ever been to in my life. And I was so excited for this because I remember sleeping for 4 hours in the afternoon just so I don't feel tired past midnight. It's a long movie, it's 3 hours, and not just that, it has a shitload of advertisements. So when I finally saw it, I was this close to almost falling asleep again, but the movie was entertaining enough. But after when it finished, I think it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, I was so tired, and I'm the only one who can drive. My best friend doesn't even have a driver's license. So, so yeah, I felt exhausted. I felt winded out. I loved the movie. Yes, it has a lot of problems, but in the end, I had a great time. But I was so tired. I'm like, oh man, I'd rather sleep in the movie theater. I don't want to go home. So when we finally got to my car, and I tried so hard to stay awake, but we were pulled over by the cops. But it turned out that it was just a curfew check. They wanted to know if we were drinking and driving. But the problem is because I'm not used to staying up that late, especially after seeing a movie, and driving this late at night. So when the cop pulled over us and went to my side window and then shined a flashlight into my eyes, I was like, "Hello, officer. This is blinding. I can't see." We're okay though. I was wondering if I seemed like a drunk guy to him, but I guess he had a lot of people like me. So yeah, that's all my unique movie theater experiences. Write down in the comments below about your movie theater experiences, good and bad. What makes it funny, what makes you angry, all that stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Peace.